Cardi B has never been one to shy away from a bold statement, and her latest single, Imaginary Players, proves it once again. Released on August 15th, 2025, the track is more than just another drop from her highly anticipated sophomore album, Am I the Drama? It's a full-on cultural callback, built around a sample from none other than Jay-Z's 1997 classic, Imaginary Players. With personal approval from Jay himself to clear the sample, Cardi's release immediately felt like an event. The single soared to #1 on the US iTunes chart within its first 24 hours, generating a whirlwind of social media buzz. But despite that explosive opening, streaming numbers told a more complicated story. On Spotify US, Imaginary Players debuted at number 147, a surprisingly low position given the hype, and by just 2 days after release, it had already fallen off the chart entirely. Over on Apple Music, it fared slightly better, peaking at number 56. For a Cardi B single, especially one with such an iconic sample and visual rollout, these numbers came as a surprise to many. Still, the ripple effect was undeniable. Jay-Z's original Imaginary Players saw a massive revival in streaming, with Spotify reporting a staggering 305% increase in listens. Overall, the song experienced a 100% jump in streaming activity, suggesting that even if Cardi's version had mixed results, it succeeded in reigniting interest in a foundational moment in late 90s hip-hop. As for its expected debut on the Billboard Hot 100, projections hint that Imaginary Players will debut on number 70. That's a stark contrast to Cardi's previous single, Like What, which landed comfortably in the top 10. So is this a stumble or a strategic pivot? Well, I personally liked the record, and I don't think this was meant to be a hit record because of the 90s vibe and feel it has. It is an ode to old-school hip-hop. Therefore, I believe Cardi just wanted to talk that talk and express herself on this record. It just felt like she had something to say, and she said it. However, the question remains, how did the people receive this record? Whether you like it or not, the record needs their approval after all.
On Thursday night at midnight, I was praying to God that Imaginary Players was good. What did you think? I'm honestly saying I do like the record. I think it was a cool flip, same concept. I think it's a cool girl version of that. I think it's a great record. Yeah.
The reaction from fans and critics has been as split as the streaming data. On one end, fans praised Cardi for honoring a hip-hop classic while showcasing a more refined, laid-back flow. One fan wrote, "This album rollout is genius. Now I like his version too. She's a genius. This is hip-hop." Another declared, "I just listened to the song 40 times. Cardi did exactly what I expected her to do. I absolutely love it." And in one particularly telling post, a fan who admitted they're not even a big Cardi fan said, "She floated on this. You can really hear the Jay-Z influence on the flow." But others weren't so generous. "Because hers is so bad, I had to listen to the original," one user commented. Another joked, "Probably rather listen to his version than hers." And, of course, some fans pointed to the stream drop-off as a reason to question the song's impact.
I know that Cardi is trying to show a bit of versatility on this track and showcase, a bit of like old school knowledge and appreciation for the art form by doing a track that is like so obviously a callback to Jay-Z's Imaginary Player. But to the degree that Cardi is taking it on this Imaginary Players track, it just kind of feels like Cardi is coloring by the numbers, and I feel like she blows a lot of the most interesting or vaguely memorable lines in the song on the front end of it, and as it drags on, it just kind of feels like, what are we doing here? For an artist who already has been like, really keeping us waiting for much longer than she should have been for this new upcoming album, Am I the Drama? I feel like she's got to be delivering material that's like more exciting, more fiery, just more attention-grabbing than this.
Critics chimed in too, including Joe Budden, who gave the track a less than glowing review. While he acknowledged that Cardi's bars were solid, he criticized the beat choice and her delivery, saying it didn't match the smoothness of Jay-Z's original flow. According to Budden, the track felt choppy, and despite its ambition, it lacked the slick confidence that defined the OG. What can't be denied is the level of intention behind the release. The music video, co-directed by Cardi herself and longtime collaborator Patience Foster, leans all the way into opulence. Think private jets, European yachts, and couture gowns, all presented with the camera confidence of someone who knows exactly what kind of statement she's making. It's a quiet flex, as Cardi called it. More finesse than fire, less club anthem, and more heritage tribute. And maybe that's the whole point. Imaginary Players isn't trying to be a pop hit. It's not trying to dominate TikTok. It's not even chasing the charts. Not directly. It's a cultural move. A lyrical swing that aims to place Cardi in the same legacy-minded space occupied by the artists she samples. It's about longevity, not virality. In that sense, whether it shoots up the Billboard Hot 100 or quietly fades into her album rollout, Imaginary Players already did what it needed to do. Spark conversation, stir up legacy, and remind everyone that Cardi B isn't just here to play. She's here to define her place in the game. Moving on, I'd like to give an update on Miss Bailey. Halle Bailey has once again proven herself to be grace under pressure. Earlier this month in Los Angeles, she was honored at the inaugural Project Pitt Maternal Health Summit, receiving the aptly named Halo Award, a nod to her son and her courageous openness about postpartum struggles. This event, focused on raising awareness around maternal mental health, particularly in Black communities, was a fitting stage for Bailey, who has spent the past year using her platform to destigmatize the realities many new mothers face. Halle first shared her postpartum journey back in April 2024, when she posted a vulnerable video describing it as the most severe postpartum experience. She described feeling like she was swimming in massive waves, struggling to stay above water. It struck a chord with millions, particularly Black women who often feel silenced or dismissed when it comes to maternal health. But not everyone celebrated her bravery. In the days following the award ceremony, social media saw a wave of backlash, not from the general public, but from fans of her ex-partner, DDG. These online attacks were cruel and targeted, questioning her mental stability and accusing her of using postpartum depression for sympathy. Halle, however, stayed completely silent. No tweets, no Instagram stories, no clapbacks. It was a masterclass in maturity. She let the award, the work, and her peace speak for her. And in an era where everyone feels the need to respond to everything, that silence was louder than any post she could have written. Class act. Her strength becomes even more striking when you consider the legal storm she's currently navigating. As previously reported, she's still going through a custody battle with her ex-partner DDG over their son, Halo. As of now, Halle retains temporary sole custody of Halo. The court has allowed DDG to visit their son, but only under strict conditions. All visits must be supervised by a neutral third-party monitor. His mother was specifically excluded from this role, and the latest update is that now neither parent is permitted to post Halo on social media. Previously, it was just DDG who was not allowed to post Halo on social media, but now his team has fired back by making the same request for Halle, which is fair if you ask me. So I guess you could consider this a small win for DDG. Either way, these restrictions were meant to protect the child's privacy amid what has become an intensely public and emotionally charged legal battle. The next custody hearing is set for October 2025, where both parties are expected to present updated claims regarding custody, visitation, and co-parenting responsibilities. Meanwhile, DDG has stirred the pot further. While still embroiled in the custody case, he launched a Twitch-based dating show titled Are You My Ball?, featuring 25 women competing for his attention in a reality-style format. The show has been met with mixed reactions. Some viewers call it tone-deaf, considering the legal drama surrounding his parenting, while others simply see it as on-brand content from a social media personality who thrives on spectacle. Anyway, moving right along to this tragic story about Tamar Braxton. Over the weekend of August 17th, Tamar was found unconscious by a friend. She shared on social media that she has no memory of what occurred, only that she woke up in what she described as a pool of blood. What's most haunting is the mystery that still surrounds what happened. Tamar has made it clear she doesn't recall how the accident occurred, And as of now, no official details have been released from her camp about the cause. It's as if time stopped for her, and when it resumed, she was lying there, broken, bleeding, and confused, found only thanks to the quick action of someone close to her. In a raw and emotional message shared with fans via Instagram, Tamar thanked God for sparing her life. She posted a verse from Proverbs 31 and shared her disbelief and pain. "I don't even know what happened to me," she wrote, "but I do know that I'm grateful. Thank you, God, for waking me up today." She also asked for prayers, admitting that while her physical healing had begun, her emotional and mental recovery would take time. "The way I look at life now," she said, "is totally different." This moment clearly has changed her, and while her words were few, they carried the unmistakable weight of someone who's seen the edge and come back shaken but alive. Whew. That must have been so scary, and I can't imagine what she's going through right now. But I got my prayers up for Tamar. I thank God that she's still alive, and hopefully she'll find more clarity on what happened to her. Moving on, I'd like to close this video off with Tyla. The South African Grammy-winning artist celebrated her collaboration with H&M in Sao Paulo's iconic Auditorio do Ibirapuera. According to sources, all went well, and Tyla was having a good time, just dancing and vibing with her fans. Suddenly, captured in a now viral video, Tyla appeared to falter. Limbs slack, expression blank, she was gently but swiftly carried toward a waiting SUV by her bodyguards. The internet erupted in concern. Did she collapse? People wondered. Fans took to social media. This is extremely disturbing. Is she okay? Voices of worry multiplied across feeds. But as speculation mounted, clarity emerged. Tyla hadn't been hurt, nor had she passed out from excess. The explanation was far more human. Tyla later clarified on social media that she simply had one too many. She was drunk and therefore completely passed out. Her team opted for a graceful exit, literally carrying her to the car so they could escort her back to the hotel room. However, I want to add that Tyla has to be careful. She is a young, talented, and beautiful girl. There are a lot of creeps in Hollywood, and she needs to be cautious getting this drunk, especially in public spaces. Just be careful, Tyla, and stay focused on your craft. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section down below, and I see y'all in the next one. Bye!